Welcome back to Bamji Foods DIY. Thank you guys for coming back. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. This video is actually inspired by a question I got on my WhatsApp. The person came from my YouTube and asked if she can produce a laundry bar soap with only red oil, the red palm oil, without bleaching it. So that's why I'm making this video. I made a gel soap out of it, and gel soaps are normally translucent, so light can pass through it. They are beautiful and it looks like the PS soap. So stay tuned. Thank you. So this is our red palm oil. I actually put it on fire and heat it a little bit, but I didn't actually bleach it completely. Will I say I just heated it for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes and then brought it down. So the redness is still there, the beta carotene is still there. So I'm going to use this oil to produce this soap, and at the end we'll check and see if the soap actually foams very well, the kind of soap is going to produce. So these are red oil, and we'll be making use of our lye solution for sure. Without lye solution and oil, we can't even produce soap. So this is our lye solution already dissolved, and then we'll be using stearic acid, because when you want to make gel soaps you need stearic acid. You just have to add stearic acid to it so that it will harden your liquid solution quickly. We'll be making use of 2 solvents. We'll be making use of ethanol, we'll make use of glycerin, and the third solvent is we're making use of total of 3 solvents, is the sugar solution. So these are sugar solution, very little sugar solution. I think it's 100 gram in 100 gram. So first of all, I added the stearic acid into our oil, and then I put it on a very low heat so that the stearic acid could dissolve. Stearic acid cannot dissolve in water. Just add it to your oil, and it needs heat. You need to introduce heat. I thought that the warm oil would be enough to dissolve the stearic acid, but no, it didn't do nothing. So I have to place it on fire on a low heat, and I allowed it to stay for a few minutes for all the stearic acid to dissolve. So here is the oil. It has properly dissolved, and I'm now adding my lye gently into the solution. You know, once you add stearic acid to your oil and add your lye, it easily thickens up. So you have to be quick with this production. So you add in your lye solution gently as you are stirring. You notice your trace actually forming immediately, and the lye concentration for making soaps, gel soaps, because you would double boil or you use crock pot, you just have to introduce heat in this soap process. So it's better you do 30-70% ratio for your lye. That means your lye has to be 30%, while your distilled water has to be 70%. Is better in this way, so that the cooking process will not dry up the moisture in the soap you are making. So this is it after turning it. The next thing we are going to do is to take this mixture, everything, and then place it on a very low heat. Like I said, you can double boil, or you can just place it directly on your stove and then lower your heat gently. Anyone can do. So far you're a master of it, you can work with it. So look at how our soap mixture looks like. This is actually because of stearic acid in it. Like I said, stearic acid helps to harden your soap. So I've placed it on fire. I noticed a little bit bubble boiling coming out, so immediately I reduced my stove heat and then continued. You have to put it on heat and cover your cooking pot and allow your soap to gel. If the soap mixture does not gel, we can't even continue. So cover it. It took me total of 15 minutes to be able to achieve a gel face in this soap making process. It took me close to 10 to 15 minutes. You can see it's gelling little by little. Some part of it are still matte, while some part has actually gel. All you need to do is just to cover your soap mixture and allow it to continue heating up. This is what a gel phase looks like. You can see how perfectly the soap has actually gelled. So I stirred to have a very good homogeneous mixture. Remember that you need to be covering your pots or whatever you are cooking with. So this is our solvent. It's time to introduce it. This is a mixture of our alcohol with the glycerin. Immediately you add this into your soap mixture. The glycerin in it has the ability of breaking down all your soap crystals. These two solvents will help you achieve a very good translucent soap when you are making a gel soap. And the proportion at which you add in your ethanol and your glycerin actually will depend on how translucent your soap will be like. Just cover it and let it sit for a while. So when I opened it, I noticed it still had lumps, so I have to change to a whisker. And just mixing it for like a minute or two was enough to break down all the soap crystals. So just continue stirring. You can see it. I didn't want to cut off this part of this video so that you actually understand what it means for your soap to break down. You can see how it's dissolving. All the lumps and blocks of soap will dissolve perfectly. And it's good you have a bottle of a spray alcohol beside you. This spray alcohol, if you spray it on the surface of your mixture, it will help you to remove the bubbles from the top of your mixture. I covered it and waited for a while and everything was already dissolved. What I just added now is this sugar solution. I poured in my sugar solution into the soap. You know, sugar solution actually helps to make your soap to lather. I didn't have enough alcohol, but the little I had, it did a very good job. So what next I did was to bring it down from the fire after like 2 minutes or 1 minute. Then I shifted the foamy layers off from the soap. I don't think you will want to add that to your soap. It may spoil the appearance of your soap. So I used a small plate to collect the foam off. It's not a waste. I can always add it whenever I'm making a rebatch process. So I just scooped it all out and then got ready my molds to pour in my soap. Inside these 2 small plates, I added a color brown they sold to me in the market, but it doesn't look brown, it looks greenish, while the other small plates contains color yellow. So I just want to add a little bit of the mixture in it and see how the outcome of the colors will look like in this particular soap. I'm just running an experiment. It's not part of this tutorial. So that's by the way. Let's fill our mold with our soap mixture. That's what I'm doing right now. So gently pour in your soap mixture, spray some alcohol on the surface to clear the bubbles, and then you keep for it to harden up. It actually didn't take much time to harden up. Within the next 4 hours or 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours, the soap was already hard enough to be unmolded. This is the plate that contains the color yellow. I didn't see any effect of the yellow color in it. Like I said, it's off this video. This is the color, so-called color brown, but it's giving me something a little bit like dark green. It's just an experiment, so I poured them differently in another mold. After like 4 hours, I unmolded the soap and then took it inside and passed light through it to see if the soap is actually translucent. This is how the soap looks. It looks like the Pears jelly soap that you see in the market. So this is like a basic procedure of how you make a gel soap that I have explained in this video. I'll attach the list of everything I used under the description box, so you can find it and you can make it if you want to make it. So after like 24 hours, I will actually try the soap and see if it foams perfectly. I will upload it as a short on my channel, so you can actually come back and check it. You see how beautiful it looks. The color actually looks very, 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 very attractive. You can say that again one more time. So this is our soap. Our gel soap is out and it's beautiful. The so-called brown color, it gave me a dark green. I didn't like it. Then the yellow color, it didn't do much to it, still the same color, but it was just a trial. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. Please on your notification button so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Thank you.